on, yep.
Okay, this time we'll do a cane one. So this is a piece of Spanish cane that I harvested at the end of June when I was out in Andalusia. So it's Arundo Donax, which grows wild all over the place out there. So I'm going to cut it off just past the node. And it's although it's a lot harder than the elder, it's still relatively easy to cut. I just score it against the knife, and then snap it, and that comes away cleanly. So there's the node end, and that's the other end that was cut, the open end. I'm just going to tidy up this, cut off the excess. The little bits of husky stuff where there was a leaf coming away from it. So that's a nice tidy end on it. Now, unlike the elder, there's no pith in it, but sometimes there's sort of little wispy cobwebby bits inside it. So I'm just going to sort of clear out the...
You see them flying through.
Yeah,
like
so little bits of membrane in there. Just knock those out of it. Now, I'm not sure quite how much this matters, but I tend to go, this would have grown this way up. That's where a side leaf or something came out of it. And I tend to use that as a kind of marker for where I'm going to cut them, and do that on the underside and cut the tongue on the opposite side. It doesn't matter, it'll work just as well, you know, if we'd worked from that end and done that. Now, for some reason, apparently, so I was told, it's traditional to do a straight cut on cane. You can do the oblique cut that I did on the elder as well, but I really don't know whether this makes much difference to how it works. But the same thing, you come about 1/4 of an inch down from the node and rock your blade on it until you feel you're getting into the wall, sort of through the walls of the tube. It's a bit tougher, this, obviously. I think that's about it. So again, there's the cut.
Oh, it's focusing on right.
Yeah, just a little bit more. Then, from the upside, the node side, you cut a wedge away. You need to be careful not to cut too deeply, because you don't want a hole there. But that just lets you confirm that you've reached the, you've cut deep enough. And then...
Second of focusing.
Then I just trim back a lesser amount the other way, just for the tip of my reed. And then, the same as on the elder, if you cut perpendicularly, you'll get kind of a wedge shape on the reed, and I think if it's got flatter edges, it's freer to vibrate, it's less likely to get stuck. So, same thing, I'm just going to wiggle the knife blade until I start to see the split running, and then from the other side, there we go. Knife under and run it down for about an inch. And this one's way over length for an instrument reed, but so there's the tongue as I've cut it. This one feels a little bit heavy, actually. We shall see. Same thing, clean it. The longer you cut the tongue, I mean, obviously the thickness you cut it, or if I do, I don't think that's going to feels too stiff to me at the moment. It's just got a little splinter on the edge there I just want to get rid of. That's it. There we go. Let's see. Sometimes you just have to bend them a little bit. Be careful. So, let's see if that's going to sound. That's the main process. Bingo! And again. Sucking on it. There we are. So one cane, reed, and elder one. Not tuned, obviously, but
Marvellous.
there we are.